sister. I was his enforcer. I liked picking up for the little guy. They were their fights, not mine. But one day it became my fight, because I was wrong. I was the captain of the safety patrol. And in our meeting, the co-captain ratted on her friends who were left school grounds when they weren't supposed to. After the meeting, her friend was standing outside. She had heard the conversation. She came up to me and said, "Is that Diana who ratted on us?" I didn't answer. She said, "It must have been you who ratted on us." I still didn't answer. This was a confidential meeting. And truthfully, I thought Diana would fess up once she was asked by herself. Well, she didn't. And I became arch enemy number one of the in-crowd. 2 days later, I knew how serious it was because I had 40 kids walking me home from school. Once I passed the railroad tracks, I knew there was going to be a fight. When I was looking to see how the people were starting to circle around me, I got slugged in the side of the head by Diana. I'll be honest with you, I saw stars. But this wasn't my first fight. I've been in this rodeo before. So we took blows. Here we are in our school dresses, fighting it out. Finally, after I knocked her two front teeth loose, she decided to cry and give up. I was hoping I could get her to say that she was the one who had blown the whistle on them. But then when we heard sirens, the cops obviously were called, and we left. And I was still considered the rat. I was the one who they thought told on them. The next day at school, the captain of the safety patrol and the co-captain of the safety patrol were suspended for fighting. How ironic that might sound, that you're suspended for doing something as crazy as fighting. But I was angry, and I stayed angry, and I stayed angry for a very long time. As a matter of fact, the next year, I was in a cheerleading for the pep school, the police athletic league. I was on their team for cheerleading. And our 9th grader coach had said something to someone about me, and it wasn't true. I didn't waste a second. I jumped on her like you were in a rodeo taking down a cow for a count. I pummeled her. When I got home, my mother looks at me and says, "You look like you've been in a fight." I said, "Well, as obvious as it sounds," I laughed and said, "Yeah, I have. And you don't have to worry about having my my uniform ready for tomorrow or get me a ride to the game. I'm no longer on the cheerleading squad." My mother looked at me and she said, she said, "Teresa K." Now, when my mother says Teresa K, you know two things. You're either in trouble or she's got something she wants to tell you and she doesn't want you to forget it. She looked at me and said, "You can let go of this hate and this anger anytime you want to. You can free yourself. Let go and start changing. You have a choice. You can choose to change the way you view things that happen to you. You have a choice. Free yourself and let go of this anger." Well, to be honest with you, I felt stunned. I started thinking about how I had all this hate and anger for the people who accused me of something I didn't do. And I actually started crying, and I cried for a good 10 minutes. And I kept thinking, I took a bath and I'm in the tub and I'm thinking, I have a choice. I don't have to hold on to this anymore. I don't know about you, but at 13, that revelation had never crossed my mind. At the ripe age of 13, I never thought I had that choice. I could make changes. And literally, it changed my life. I started writing down things I wanted to change about me. I started reading, and I started doing a journal. I started writing people notes that I appreciated what they did. I started thinking about what I was happy about in my family. And I started a ritual that back then, and I still do it every day. Before I get out of bed and my feet hit that ground, I lay in bed and I think about the things in my life that I'm thankful for. My family, my health. Really, my only problems are things I created. So I learned that I can change. And this fighter right in front of you here, I fight for causes still. I still believe that peace is a great cause. And it's brought about freedom from releasing anger. And that happiness is something you can choose to do. And you can change. And you can change till the day you die. So you can choose happiness, you can choose freedom, and you can choose to be good to others and let go of the resentment. Thank you.